What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into another Great League video. We're going to be doing triple counter team, one of my favorite teams to run ever. I've run it almost every single season, created by Wallower a couple seasons ago, actually quite a long time ago now. Just done by Home Size Henry not so long ago, and I'm taking a page out of his book and running Obstruct on the Obstagoon to see how it performs. Also, Vigoroth getting that huge buff here, you'll love to see it. First matchup, Chestnut into Deoxys. Kind of a good matchup for us considering they are running Smackdown. Probably for all those Talonflames, you're going to be seeing Smackdown doing double super effective damage. Going to be shielding up the Frenzy Plant, as that would be doing a lot of damage to Deoxys here. Going to throw the Psycho Boost, and they end up no shielding that, almost one-shotting them, and I'm going to come in and snipe them down with the Vigoroth. We're going to outpace here to the Body Slam. They're probably going to be throwing Scald. It's not going to one-shot us, but it is going to put in a lot of work considering this is a Shadow Whiscash, doing a good 65% of my health. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. Body Slam on the Steelix, gonna be doing some nice chip damage. Not very effective at all though. It's the counters that really matter. And my goodness gracious, Vigoroth putting in all the work, putting this Steelix all the way down in the red. You'll love to see it. Gonna soak the damage here on Deoxys. Come in here with my Obstagoon, counter farm all the way down. And then I'm just going to extract the Whiscash here, boosting my defense, lowering theirs, being able to counter down, and the opponent goes down with 2 shields. Good game, well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup here, amazing lead here, Deoxys and Vigoroth. They are gonna not be resisting the counters, which we are, and they hop into a Pelipper. I'm gonna build up to the Thunderbolt, and I'm gonna throw the Psycho Boost right away here. Psycho Boost gonna be getting that first shield, which is absolutely amazing. I am gonna no shield this move here. Hopefully it's not the, oh, it is the Hurricane, and that does massive damage, and they get to the Weather Ball before we even get to the first Rock Slide. I wish I would have shielded the Hurricane, but it is what it is. So I build up to the back-to-back Body Slams, hoping I can get a shield with the Rock Slide bait here, which we do. I didn't think I was going to make it to a Rock Slide, looking at my health, so I settled for the Body Slam, but I think I could have made it. I was not 100% sure there, but now I'm just going to come in with the Obstagoon here, get the full farm down, and probably swap into my Deoxys when it wants to come back in, but they come in with a Dragalge, and I'm gonna go for the Obstruct here, hoping to get the shield, but wait, there is no shield. What am I saying here? I think I just want to double Night Slash, but I honestly think Obstruct was the way to go because it allows me to get to another Night Slash. If I did not Obstruct there, I don't think I would have gotten to 3 Night Slashes, because I don't think 2 would have been enough to KO that Dragalge. Not 100% sure about that. Doesn't matter anyways. They should have came in with the Vigoroth, because we then would have had the Deoxys onto the Dragalge and Vigoroth on the Obstagoon. So a little bit of a misplay from my opponent there, which is unfortunate. And they also try to catch, and then they concede the match. So if you're my opponent, definitely come into Vigoroth into the Obstagoon there. Good game, well played. Hopping into the next matchup, amazing lead here. They're going to swap into a Victreebel, and I'm thinking there's probably going to be a Medicham back there. So I am going to shield up this Leaf Blade. That would do massive damage onto my defense from Deoxys. I do have the back-to-back Psycho Boost locked and loaded, so I'm going to throw them right back-to-back here. Probably going to get both shields, and then I should be able to come into my Vigoroth here and outpace to a Body Slam before they get to their next move. And this Body Slam is going to be saying left, right, good night to that Victreebel. And it's a Gligar back there. So not the Medicham I was hoping on seeing, which honestly is a little bit better on my end. And here's where having Bulldoze would be nice, but Bulldoze is an absolute trash charge move. So I decided to go for the Body Slam, which is double resisted due to that Rock Steel typing. Definitely want to be going for the Rock Slide, which is completely fine by me. So I decided to come into the Deoxys here. I'm going to take the Stone Edge. Stone Edge is going to KO us, and then I'm going to come in with the Obstagoon, get the full farm down, and I'm going to end up no shielding this first move in case they decide to throw an Aerial Ace bait. They full send the Dig, which is a little bit concerning, because now all they have to do is reach 2 more Night Slashes, and I'm hoping I can reach at least 2 more. No, they need 2 more Aerial Aces. I need 2 more Night Slashes, and we reach the back-to-back Night Slashes. Who was worried? I was not. First Night Slash, gonna get them very low, and I do believe that was a CMP tie, which Obstagoon wins due to my little bit of a higher attack stat there on the Obstagoon. You love to see it anyways. GG's, well played to my opponent. A shift tree on the lead. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this thing in so long. They decide to hop into a lantern here. I'm going to throw the Thunderbolt right away, and then I'm going to hop into my Vigoroth. Or no, I stay in and throw the second. Okay, yeah, this makes sense too. Because I have 2 counters to that shift tree in the back there, I'm going to throw the Psycho Boost, and then I'm going to dip into my Vigoroth. I honestly should have dipped after the Psycho Boost, or the Thunderbolt, but that's fine with me. In case they have another fighter in the back, you kind of need your defense from Deoxys for that, because Vigoroth and Obstacle both take super effective damage. But let's see what they want to do here. They decide to come in with a shiny Azumarill. But bad news on their end, I have a loaded Vigoroth here. They come back in with the shift tree. I am going to shield up this move here. Oh my gosh, I no shielded like a savage. Okay, I had a boatload of energy there. Maybe it would have been worth a shield, but I was thinking maybe 2 shield defense form Deoxys could take out that Azumarill. Let's see here. The Azumarill comes in. I should have thrown a counter, but I was maybe thinking they were going to throw right away. I throw the Obstruct just to get them a little bit lower in their defense, so that maybe a Thunderbolt is going to be able to KO. But looking back at it now, I don't think I'm going to reach back-to-back Thunderbolts, as I am energy dry. See, if I stored that energy, I would have been able to reach the back-to-back Thunderbolts, which would have made this game a lot more cleaner. But the issue with this is, am I going to be able to reach a Thunderbolt plus Psycho Boost? Their defenses are 2-stage lowered. We reach the Psycho Boost. How much damage is this going to do? Oh, that puts it in just about range where a Night Slash is going to KO. Even with their defenses 2-stage debuff, this Night Slash is going to be enough, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. And Azumarill, a little bit tough with this team, but we made it work, taking it out with Obstructagoon. Hopping into the next matchup here. A defense form Deoxys mirror lead here. So, not going to play any games, just going to throw Thunderbolt on the CMP tie here. Gonna no shield everything, and if they want to shield the second Thunderbolt that I'm gonna throw, then I'll swap into my Vigoroth there, and we should be able to CMP tie in the Body Slam, and which should put it into a range where the Body Slam is gonna KO the defense form Deoxys. So no shield the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt gonna be coming in here. That is gonna get shielded by my opponent, which is completely fine by me. So now I come in with the Vigoroth. We throw the Body Slam here. That should have been a CMP tie, but they decided to go for the extra, and they invest the shield, which is absolutely amazing for us. So up a shield, we should do very fine against whatever wants to come in, but they decide to throw their second Psycho Boost. But I'm going to throw my Body Slam, get rid of this defense form Deoxys. Now what do they have back there? It's a freaking Dunsparce. Oh my goodness. I'm going to throw 7 counters and then the Body Slam. Body Slam going to be doing nice chip damage here on the Dunsparce. I'm going to throw 1 counter. They catch the move on the defense form Deoxys. You love to see it. Then I'm going to come in with the Obstagoon here. I'm no shielding this move. I know we live a Drill Run or a Rock Slide, whatever it is. And it's an Azumarill in the back. Another Azumarill. Oh my god. How are we going to get out of this? I don't know. But Obstructagoon is going to do what Obstructagoon does. Going to go for 2 obstructs, lowering their defense by 2. And I'm going to save the shield for my Vigoroth here. And if they want to play rough me, they can play rough me, but they decide to Ice Beam bait us here. That is absolutely amazing. Their switch clock is not quite up yet. I'm going to be able to get to this Body Slam. Double debuff Body Slam. How much damage does this do? That is absolutely amazing. My opponent tries to come into the Dunsparce. We get the full counter down. Another Body Slam going to be coming in. This is going to put it into a range where I could possibly counter it all the way down, but I don't even need to, because Vigoroth is just so spammy. Getting to another Body Slam, taking out the Azumarill, and back-to-back games where Azumarill's in the back, this triple counter team takes care of it. Another Bastiodon lead. Let's see if they swap into a Victreebel, but no, they come into the Sableye. I kind of make a mistake here and come into my Vigoroth. The better play would be to come in with the Obstagoon. So knowing I made that mistake, I ended up no shielding what potentially could have been the return, which it was, and that absolutely wrecked us. But we're able to spam out these Rock Slides pretty fast, and they no shield that as well, which is completely fine by me. So let's see what they want to bring in here. It's a Poliwrath. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is completely fine. We're going to come in with the defense from Deoxys. I'm going to start shielding everything. I need to keep my defense from Deoxys kind of healthy as possible here, and I need to load up on as much energy as I can. Gonna try and get a shield back here with a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does get the shield, and now all I need to do is build up to the back-to-back Psycho Boost. Gonna shield up this next Scald, My attack is debuffed, but they're getting quite low where a Psycho Boost is going to KO. And they decide to swap into the Bastiodon here. Completely fine by me because I can just obstruct once and then farm this thing all the way down. They can Stone Edge me all they want. Honestly, I would rather them take as much health from me as they can, just to swallow up the switch clock timer a bit here. So what I should have done there was waited a turn or two for them to throw a smackdown, so my switch clock timer kind of goes down. But we had the back-to-back Night Slashes anyways, and if they want to no shield this, I could probably just counter down, but double Psycho Boost, might as well throw them. First one is going to be getting that shield, the second one is going to be taking care of that Poliwrath, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent here. So hopping into the next matchup here, Deoxys into Sableye. Absolutely garbage league. Gonna hop into my Vigoroth right away here. They're not swapping out. Gonna be able to get to this foul play before I get to the rock side here, so I'm gonna shield up. I do want to kind of keep it healthy. And now in comes a Carbink. Oh, this could be very difficult. Carbink is a solid Pokemon, but the good thing is about this is it takes neutral damage from rock sides, and we can spam out those rock sides pretty fast. So second rock side gonna be coming in. I farm up to almost back to back here. That way I can throw one counter and then throw the next one, and one more rock side should be enough to KO us here. So next rock side gonna be coming in. That almost KOs that Carbink there, and we're gonna be able to farm down with defense form Deoxys. And I'm not gonna have a move loaded for that Sableye when it wants to come back in, but I do have my Obstagoon here. But they have an Azumarill, and oh no, I don't think we're gonna be able to take out this Azumarill here in the back. Two shields up. They go for the Hydro Pump. Bad manners move there. I guess they're not running Play Rough. I guess they're running Hydro Pump Ice Beam, but I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. They kind of have, I don't know why they wouldn't. Yeah, I guess they have Sableye for the fighters, so I guess they kind of don't need Play Rough. So Hydro Pump makes sense for this team. I tried to sweat out. I do catch the move on the defense from Deoxys, but it's really not going to matter. Hydro Pump does massive damage onto the Deoxys, and I've just taken out all the defense buffs that I brought onto myself. They shield up the Thunderbolt here, and my Obstagoon is just too low to do anything. Not too low, it just doesn't have any shields. They have one shield remaining. This power gem is going to do massive damage, and I have to farm down to at least put in any work against that Azumarill, but they're going to get to a foul play. Foul play is going to be taking out the Obstagoon, and that's going to be a good game. Well played, and they took my 7-game win streak there, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So Toxapex into Deoxys. I'm going to farm up just shy of the Thunderbolt, go for the Psycho Boost, and then I'm going to dip into my Vigoroth here. Excuse me, sorry. I'm going to no shield this move. They just go for the Brine, which is absolutely massive, and they have a Vigoroth of their own. So if they're safe swapping a Vigoroth into a loaded Vigoroth matchup, it must mean that they don't have a great answer to a counter user or a normal type. So I'm really hoping Obstagoon has a lot of play in the back. And they let the move go through. Obstagoon, Vigoroth taking switch advantage and getting to another body slam to go here. Absolutely amazing. You love to see it. So now I'm going to come in with my defense form Deoxys. I'm thinking that it might be an Obstagoon in the back. So I am going to shield up what potentially could have been a Sludge Wave, but they baited me with the Brine. Good bait by my opponent, but it ends up being a Frigibax, not a Frigibax, Arctobax. And they catch my Thunderbolt, which is super unfortunate, but I'm not going to play around. I'm going to throw my Night Slash here right away before they get to the Dragon Claw. But it's a KO. That is absolutely massive for them. They get the Dragon Claw off. Dragon Claw does some sizable damage here, but that's completely fine by me. I'm going to throw the Obstruct. Maybe I should have went for the Night Slash here just to get the damage off, but if I even get the shield with the Obstruct, they're not going to be able to farm me down, whereas they probably could have farmed me down with the Poison Jazz before I got to another Night Slash. So from here, I'm just going to build up to the back-to-back Psycho Boost, shield up any move as we're going to be able to outpace before they get the 2 moves, and that's going to be a good game, well played, as one Psycho Boost is going to be able to take care of this Toxapex here. They end up shielding anyways. I guess they didn't realize the game was over because I had the back-to-back moves, but hey, you know what? You fight the good fight until the end, and I respect that tenfold. So that's a good game. Well played to my opponent here. Hopping in to the next matchup here, Talonflame lead. So again, I'm going to build up some energy here, throwing 7 counters and maybe faking that I have the rock sides, because Deoxys can run rock side and my opponent calls it. They shield up the move, which is absolutely amazing. Gonna no shield this move here. It's just a fly, and gonna be able to get to this body slam. Maybe I should have went all the way for the rock slide, but I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to make it all the way. But they decided to come into their own Vigoroth, which is completely fine. I had the defense from Deoxys for this, but they have some loaded energy, so they're gonna be able to get to at least 3 body slams before I am able to counter this thing all the way down. So I am forced to throw energy, and I don't technically want to throw a Psycho Boost, but I probably should have thrown a Psycho Boost just to save some energy, because this Thunderbolt is not even enough to KO Vigoroth. I ended up taking a double super effective counter on my Obstagoon, which I didn't want to do. I was just hard swapping right away, and unfortunately we take the counter damage, but it is what it is. I'm going to be shielding up everything here from this Talonflame, and if you're the Talonflame user, go for the Incinerate, or go for the Flame Charge, boost your Incinerate damage. There's really no need to go for the Fly here. It's a little less energy, but I mean, Flame Charge, you're going to be boosting that Incinerate damage. And I probably would be in the red by now, but out comes a Lickitung. Can we take this matchup here? I really hope we get the boost, which we don't. Super unfortunate, but I am going to obstruct here just so I can live a Power Whip. Doesn't do a whole heap load of damage, but Night Slash does about double that damage, where if I had Cross Chop, I mean, Cross Chop would be doing a little bit more, but we actually end up living the Power Whip thanks to my defense buff here. Night Slash is going to put it into a range where I can come in the defense for Deoxys and just counter it all the way down, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent here, and that's going to be another 4-1 set. So the first set was a 5-0, this set was a 4-1, 9-1 all the way through. You love to see it. I love this team. So shout out to Wallower, shout out to Home Size Henry. Go check him out. I know Wallower's not making videos anymore, but thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, because it really helps out the channel and it is greatly appreciated. And if you whatever, see you all in the next video.